Fears of civil war grow as violence escalates in Syria. Concerns are mounting that Syria is on the brink of a full-scale civil war following several days of sectarian violence, which a human rights organization estimates has claimed the lives of at least 1,000 people. Interim leader Ahmad al-Shara has urged for national unity, announcing the formation of an independent committee to investigate the mass killings of civilians in areas once loyal to former President Bashar al-Assad, who was ousted in December. The most intense clashes have occurred in the port city of Latakia, where tensions flared after armed supporters of the ousted leader, primarily from the Alawite minority, launched an attack on government security forces. The response was swift and severe. In response to the escalating crisis, both the United States and Russia have called for an emergency session of the United Nations Security Council. Violence spreads, protests erupt in the town of Jableh, less than 20 miles from Latakia. Violence erupted in broad daylight when pro-Assad militants ambushed government troops last Thursday. Soon after, armed groups arrived in the area, and video footage appears to show them clashing with Alawite communities. Reports suggest that thousands of Alawites, including women and children, have been killed in the ongoing violence. The brutality has sparked outrage nationwide, leading to protests in the capital, Damascus. Demonstrators gathered to denounce the bloodshed and express solidarity with victims from all communities. They chanted slogans advocating unity and justice, demanding accountability for those responsible for the violence. However, tensions escalated when some protesters began calling for revenge, prompting security forces to fire warning shots in an attempt to disperse the crowds. Government vows accountability. Interim President Ahmad al-Shara addressed the nation twice in recent days, emphasizing his commitment to holding those responsible for the violence accountable. At dawn prayers, he called for national unity, and by evening, he had announced the launch of an official investigation. Additionally, government forces were deployed to Latakia in an effort to restore order. Under increasing pressure to act decisively, al-Shara reassured citizens that remnants of the Assad regime would face justice. He also warned that any individual, regardless of affiliation, who violates civilian rights or engages in unlawful violence will be prosecuted. As a symbolic gesture, he personally reached out to members of the Alawite community who had lost loved ones, offering condolences and support. His leadership is being tested at a critical moment, with the stability of Syria hanging in the balance. For now, the international community watches closely, as the Syrian government struggles to prevent further bloodshed and maintain order in a deeply fractured nation. Would you like any further refinements or additions?